Hello everyone, and welcome back to All the Mods 9. In the last episode, we made some pretty good progress towards this guy here, the pulsating black hole. The only bits we have left is the pneumatic craft micro missiles and the pressure chamber itself. So, that's what we'll do this episode. Look, I feel like it's going to be pretty easy since we've got a lot of stuff already established that I think it needs. Like, to make the etching acid, you need a bunch of, like, mob drops and stuff. Like, we should be pretty good. Now, our pre-existing pneumatic craft area is here. And we're doing a number of things. One of the things we're doing is we're making blue ice, I think. Or maybe even just... I think we're making blue ice using this setup here. I would kind of like to possibly clean up this area and make our new area here as well. Just so that this junk isn't sitting here anymore and we don't have to find a new place to put the pneumatic craft stuff. So yeah, that's my plan. Now... I don't like how close it is to this structure here. There's a lot of stuff that I really want to move around, but I'm also a little bit wary that, like, all this pressure is going to disappear. What's that? A pressure tube blowing there. I'm going to break this stuff. I'm going to break this, and this. Okay, and nothing else is leaking. So the rest of this stuff will probably apparently quickly lose its pressure, but it's okay. It's not the end of the world. This stuff here will pick up. And then we'll go ahead and tidy this up a little bit. One day we'll come through here and place covers on all this stuff. And it'll look good. I'm telling you guys. Why does this look horrible? There we go. Cool. Okay. So, if we were to continue here, what's the best approach? Honestly, what I should probably do is go under here. Yeah, look, if we're trying to make this look not absolutely horrific... then I think this is the play. Because this stuff just... yeah, there we go. Now everything's still connected, but not taking up all this area. Cool. Alrighty. So far, so good. Now, at Pneumatic Craft, what do we have? So we've got our tubes, of course. We've got a few different bits here, some compressed stone to work with, some refinery stuff. Hopefully we won't need to set up the refinery, because I'd rather not. Specifically, what we'll need is we'll need a finished PCB. And this guy is made out of capacitors, transistors, and unassembled PCBs. These guys are made out of slime balls, a little bit of plastic, which we've got, and copper in a pressure chamber. So we will be making a pressure chamber. Transistors are the same with just a different ingredient. So pressure chamber will be made. The unassembled PCB will either need all of these cool machines here, but more likely for us, starting out at least, it will need an etching tank, some etching acid, and an empty PCB. And the empty PCB is given like UV in a UV light box. It's like, just increases its chance of success, I guess. So we'll bookmark that, and then we'll bookmark just the completely empty PCB, which is then made out of this recipe in the pressure chamber. So shouldn't be too bad. The etching acid itself doesn't have a recipe here, but we should be able to look it up. In fact, it's probably going to be a bucket in the pressure chamber. Yeah, cool. And all of that stuff, like, we can do. The molten plastic might be difficult. Maybe. How are we going to get it into molten form? With a thermopneumatic processing plant and either LPG or biodiesel. Great. And there's a few different types of those, so we'll have to look up those when we get to them. But that's okay. Let's start off by making the pressure chamber. And that should be pretty good. Now, the smaller the chamber, the better it is in terms of the pressure increases higher. But the downside is that it's storing less air, meaning when you do a recipe, the pressure drops a lot because it uses up some of that, some of the pressure, some of the air. And if you had a bigger one, it would take a lot longer to gain that pressure. But then when you do the recipes, like, the total amount of air goes down by a tiny amount in comparison. So the pressure, sort of stays the same. Does that make sense? Possibly not, but I don't know. Okay, so let's begin. Now, do these have that cool feature where it tells you exactly how to build it? Doesn't necessarily appear to, but what I will say is there's probably something in here. Is there a pneumatic craft tab? Industrial mechanism power. Greg Tech, Magic, Exploration. There actually might not be. I'm just going to make sure that I'm not missing it. Oh. Okay, I don't see it here. It's entirely possible I'm still just missing it, but I don't see it there, which means it's possible it's over here. So pneumatic craft, then an air compressor. So we've got this stuff. We've done that. Then the pressure chamber. Okay, so the basic is a 5x5x5. Oh, for some reason, I thought you could do a 3x3x3. We'll do a 5x5x5, and we'll just assume that that's correct. Made up of yeah, because I swear you could do them different. Maybe I'm just crazy. Made up of pressure chamber walls, just like most multi-blocks. You can replace faces with glass. Frame must be made of walls. You need a valve to put air in. Put security on it to stop it from exploding. Then you need 2 chamber interfaces, one for in, one for out. Cool. And the blue part facing outside. Cool. And the gold part facing outside. Cool. Now you can pump air, blah, 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 blah. Cool. Awesome. Alright, so how do we begin? Well, we begin by making this stuff. So this is reinforced bricks. These are going to be made out of reinforced stone, which is made out of stone and compressed iron, which you make from blowing up iron with TNT. So I've got 16 of it. We're probably going to need ever so slightly a little bit more, but that should be fine. I don't think we'll have too much of a hassle. Boom. Boom. Cool. Let's make as much as it'll let me. Yeah, there we go. Now we do want glass because it does look just cooler. We can do that by combining our existing stuff with glass. The chamber walls, that is. So there we go. We'll grab all that. Let's continue making these walls. What's going on here? I've got brick tiles. Was I not meant to make brick tiles? No. No, I wasn't. Am I able to unmake them? Yeah, cool. Okay, let's get those back. Let's pretend we know what we're doing. Make the chamber walls, cool. Now we'll make some valves, I guess. Pressure chamber valve, I just need 1 to put the air in. The interfaces, I need 2. And it looks like it's going to make 2. And now I think we just put the thing together, so that's pretty cool. We'll grab this stuff. Now, where exactly and how exactly do we want this? I'll be honest, I kind of like the idea of either having it underground or having it above ground. So, some sort of thing. Now, our place all the way over there is above ground, so possibly we try this one underground. And so I'll sort of show you what I'm thinking, and we'll see how it looks. Maybe. I don't know, I'm second guessing myself. I kind of wanted to just have the top of it visible. You know what I mean? Also, it said 5x5. That's totally... I've definitely made 3x3s before, because 5x5 seems massive. Or at least I hope I have. Anyhow. Cool. So, like, this will be the frame, for example. And then we'll have a big panel here to look down. I think that'll look pretty cool. So, let's make a bit of a mess here. And we'll finish this structure. We'll have all the stuff hooked up. I don't know if we'll hook it up all underground. Like, to where I can't even reach it. But it'll definitely be, you know, underground. Was that a... Yeah, that made sense. Right, guys? Alright, let's... Give me a second. Cool. Chamber wall. So that is... 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. And so we finish our frame off. I mean, all of this stuff under here does not need to be glass, obviously. Oh, God. So we'll just... Oh. So we'll just make it out of walls, I guess. I probably could be using the building gadget, but I'd rather just keep mistakenly placing blocks where they're not meant to go, because that's a lot more fun. There we go, pressure timber walls, make the floor. Beautiful, wonderful. Okay, cool. And then we have this section here to put our stuff and our things. So, I'm going to place the air valve here. That way we can just pipe in some air from the top. We're going to place the interfaces, one of them here, so blue part facing inside, and one of them here, blue part facing outside. I don't remember which one's which, but one of them is one of them. So blue goes in, it looks like, and then gold comes out. That's what this makes sense. Cool. We could also, if we really wanted to, I was like, we could place glass down here. We got a little bit of a face. That's fun. Cool. So we've got this here. That's fine. We'll be able to hook all that up. And then the glass, of course, will come on the top. And boom. Multi-block. And these guys function. So now this one's open. 3D textures are beautiful in this mod. And then the inside of that guy's probably open as well, maybe? So just waiting until it gets what it wants. Cool. Oh, and the inside's very, like, solid now. Very nice. Okay, so what are we doing? First things first, how do we want to go about hooking up crafting recipes? Because we can just chuck a crafter on this, I think, because, for example, like this recipe here, it'll just put that stuff in. Oh, actually, hold on. No. We want more interfaces. Because the thing is, it'll put one type of item in at a time. Like, it'll put the torches in. Then it'll put the redstone in. Then it'll put the gold in, or the plastic in. But the problem is, that entire time, this thing has to go... Like, the door has to open on both of them. For each item, and then shut, and then open it. And it genuinely becomes ridiculous. So, we actually do want, like that every time, times like 5. We actually do want more valves. I think 3 is probably the best. Because that will place, ideally, all of these in at once. All of these, all of these. The only thing that'll be different will be the etching acid, which needs a 4th one. It's so tempting to just fill this thing up with inputs. But then this one's going to look a little bit weird. Maybe, you know, I do have an idea. Let's place the valve here, where we considered doing it. We'll get another set of interfaces, and we'll place them here. I think that's perfect. And then we've got our output. We're only ever outputting one type of thing at once, so I don't think it matters. Like, this thing makes 3, but I think they'll all come out at once. Yeah, you know what? We may as well just double up the outputs, because I'm not sure if there is a limit in how much these guys can output at once. It doesn't appear to necessarily say, so it's fine. Oh, God. Wait, no, we want that the other way around. So I'm going to have to probably, hop out there. So interface, interface, interface. We can jump up here and glass. Beautiful. All of those will open. Nice. Okay, cool. So, oh, we've got our feral flare lantern still working. Alright, so. Let's get this network down here. And across. We're going to have the items obviously go into a crafter. Or sorry, into a chest. So we'll just do a normal crafter. We really don't need to use anything too crazy. We'll grab a barrel. Barrel of fun. Cool. While we're down here, let's get a pattern grid and some patterns. There might be one upstairs, but we'll chuck one down here anyway. And some patterns. Okay, so let's just add one of each of these, right? So, yeah. I mean, we have no reason not to. If we add them all successfully, we won't have to come down here again. And that sounds pretty good to me. There we go. We'll need transistors. Yeah, use gold nuggets. That's going to be easier. And capacitors. Use gold as well. And normal slime. Cool. What else do we need? The micro missiles aren't made in there. The pulsating black hole is. As much as I would add the recipe, I don't think it's going to work. Because, like, it's saying we don't have a chunk destroy, but we do. You know what I mean? Like, I suppose I could, like, replace that in there. And it was asking for, like, I don't know. We'll add the recipe and we'll see whether it works, I guess. But that should be everything. So we can chuck all that stuff in. Cool. All that stuff's made differently. I think that's pretty much it. Awesome. So let's switch over to item pipes. Oh, I guess that doesn't need to be there. And hook them up to this and this and this. And then let's go ahead and disconnect what shouldn't be connected. So disconnect that, make that extract. Awesome. Next on the list is going to be these guys. And how do we want to do it? I'm thinking we just disconnect them. That's what I'm thinking. And we still use the pipes. And... oh god, how did that happen? We still use the pipes. And we just have these guys go into a barrel and then imported. What do you think? So like here. And then we grab another barrel. Boom. And an importer. I've realized as well, I will do it. Yeah, we'll do an importer. We'll do an importer with a stack upgrade, you know? I'm going to break this one and do the barrel here. And then do the... oh, God. Oh, my... What is even happening? Sweet. Alright. Importer. Stack upgrade. And I'm happy with that. Now, I will say, the whole pressure thing kind of messed up a little. I don't know how we're going to connect that now that I've sort of made a bit of a mess here. So, Let's go around backstage and see if there's something we can do. So if we can disconnect those, then that would work. So I'm thinking instead we run the cables this way. That works. They're all online, hopefully. And then we can bring the pressure through this way, which should be fine. God, every time I see a name, I'm just petrified. So that comes through here. Is there an easy... I mean, we don't even have the pressure guys connected anymore. We do want to reconnect them at some point, but like right now, they're not hooked up to anything. So we can actually just bring this around here and then bring it up there. I'm going to obviously have to make a few more pipes, but that should be fine. Let's go pressure tubes. Just normal pressure tubes should be fine, hopefully. Oh. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Okay, so they're connected. Awesome. And then we can hook up our compressors or whatever over here, ideally. Sorry about the noise. Boom, boom, boom. Hook them up. Awesome. So we've sort of just moved it over a little bit, but I am happy with that. That sort of is what I wanted to do. So we'll grab that there. We can put some coal in, I guess. Let's actually grab one of these coals back because I need to tell this guy what's up. Boom, put coal in. Awesome. Realistically, I do want this guy, to be like here to stop the pressure there. But they were saying we make a security upgrade. How difficult is that for pneumatic craft? That needs a safety tube module, which needs a pressure gauge. Let's grab a stack of those. I didn't mean to make a stack, but there we go. And then how many of these can we make? These are all pressure tubes. So if I chuck these in, we can make a bunch of those. Cool. And then we can make security upgrades, 6 of them. And so then I can place them in here. And so now I don't even need that. This pressure tube realistically isn't needed. This will only make as much as it can, I believe. I think it says it in here, right? Or in upgrades. Adds built-in safety valve to the machine, automatically releasing some air if the pressure would rise into the danger zone. Cool. And then we want the same in any other machine that will be accepting pressure. So this guy as well can get it. I might add a tube just in case like the pipes get too hot or something. I don't know, but that should be fine. Now, the vent that I've got, we may still need. I'm not entirely sure if we do or not. Let's search pressure tube. I'm going to hook it up anyway. But I'm going to probably build something around this so that it's not making things worse for us. So let's place this here. Let's place this here. There we go. And so as you can see, it starts pushing you, but it gets a lot stronger as stuff goes on. But yeah, so we probably do want to build something around it. Now, what do we want to build around it? Wonderful question. Alrighty, I've cleaned everything up. Everything else is functionally the same. I've just obviously moved things around. And I think it looks better than not having this. Look, it's not the greatest design, but it's better than just the stuff on the ground. I'll make that claim. So here we go. Our machine here is increasing in air and pressure as a result. We can still access our compressors over here, and they are sitting very low in terms of pressure. Now, we can do a number of things. One is we can wait, and eventually it will build up pressure. So currently, everything it's connected to, I believe, it is trying to build that pressure up. So these are at 0.68, and this guy's at 0.42. So a little bit of a difference, but like all the pressure from the machine is making its way over here, or all the air, I guess, right? So yeah. Oh god. Long story short is we need more pressure. We can either make a bunch of these, which would be pretty cool, or I think we can probably just time and bottle it. Now the risk with timing and bottling it is if it gets too much air, but I think we're good. Now the pressure in all of these, as you can see, is going up quite fast, even though we're only doing one, because the air is obviously once again shared amongst all the machines. So we can have this guy fill up pretty quick. We're at 2, heading on to 3. This guy over here is honestly nowhere near as close. We might need to place these either closer or get some stronger tubes perhaps or something. I'm not too sure, but I mean, there's plenty of air going through the pipes. I'll tell you that much. All right, so the pressure's actually dropping now because the air's finally making its way over. What do we want to do then? Do we just wait or? I mean, we're gonna have a lot of work cut out for us with the rest of this stuff here. So maybe we start setting it up in preparation, I guess. So first things first is the empty PCB, which I guess we can order. If I search empty PCB, I can attempt to order it and we can see what happens. So these things should light up. You ready? They'll open and the ingredients will enter. There we go. And if there was enough pressure, it would work. Now, I believe the pressure required, yeah, is 1.5. So you can see where the yellow part is. That's what we need. So we just got to wait for it to make that stuff. Cool. Once we have the empty PCB, we need the whole etching tank and stuff. So let's maybe get that stuff built if we can. Etching tank needs some reinforced brick walls. It also needs reinforced brick slabs. Then it needs a small fluid tank. And then we have an etching tank. Cool. That works. I don't know if this guy needs pressure, but I mean, he'll be in the same neighborhood. Oh, he might need temperature. We might have to bring some of that into it. Cool. Is that actually the case? Let's go etching tank. Etching acid. What does it say here? Optionally heated above 50 degrees for progressively faster etching. Okay, cool. But you'll lose some etching acid. Cool. Alright, well the etching acid itself we obviously make in this machine as well, which is unfortunate, because that's 1 point... Oh, that's actually only one pressure, so that could be doable. The molten plastic, however, this guy does in fact need a thermo-pneumatic processing plant, so let's get one of those built. Yep, need more stuff, reinforced stuff, a couple more fluid tanks, just need a couple more iron bars. Apparently we don't have those laying around. Boom, boom, boom. Awesome. And there we go. Thermo-pneumatic processing plant. Cool. So, I guess this guy can go here because I'm sure he'll make some heat or something. Or at least use some heat. Processes liquids into other liquids. LPG and coal together can produce liquid plastic. Cool. So, in terms of like LPG, right? If we want this stuff, we can either go through Greg Tech or we can go through Humanitacraft, which is probably what we'll do. And you can get it from gasoline or you can get it directly from oil in a refinery. Now, I think we have a refinery built or you know, we have the blocks for it. So we could just do this, I guess, if we wanted to. Alternatively, there was biodiesel. I believe it was letting us use. Immersive Engineering has one made in a refinery, which I think we might actually already have automated. We might have to check that. But then there's also Humanitacraft, which is going to be seed oil and ethanol with a drop of glycerol. And then that makes biodiesel. I like the idea of the immersive engineering stuff. So if we head over here, I believe, yeah, over there, we've got our Humanitacraft stuff. Did we have a refinery doing that? So that's bringing fluids in. This is creosote and some other thing. This one's here's ethanol. Oh, ethanol and silver. Yeah, so it's making a different thing, I believe. We could add it to the mix, though. So what would it be? It would be seed oil and ethanol. And then nitrate or saltpeter. Let's bookmark all of these, because I don't know what they are. Saltpeter is an ore. This saltpeter is plant oil from Blood Magic, and then nitrate dust is nitrate dust you get from sand somehow. Yeah, a crusher and some sand, sandstone specifically, I guess. Nah, we'll just do we'll do the refinery. In terms of like crude oil, I'm pretty sure. Didn't we set up a thing for that? We set it up all the way over here. This thing's getting us oil. I don't particularly remember what it's hooked up with in terms of like where the oil from this one is going, but we can obviously hijack wherever it's going and use it for what we want. I'm just trying to think what do we think Yeah, crude oil, and it's in a dim storage tank. Creosote oil. Alright. Dim tank. Cool. Get that stuff ordered. And beautiful dim tank. Ready for all we desire. Awesome. Cool. Alrighty. So over here, what is the plan, I hear you asking? Well, we go at Pneumaticraft. We grab out our refinery output and our refinery controller. We grab out our thermal lagging, which I think we actually want more of, so we'll get more of those. And then we'll put this together. Refinery controller, refinery output. So we'll place it right in the middle of these two guys because I believe the refinery itself makes heat. So that's kind of like an added bonus. I think it does. What? Information. Blah, 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 blah. The more heat you apply... Okay, no. So it doesn't make heat. It needs heat. Awesome. So all of these machines here need heat. We'll get it working. Okay, everything's fine. This guy will need refinery outputs, which will go on top. There we go. That lets us get all the different goodies. Now, we probably want to insulate pretty much all of these machines, and you do that by placing this thing on it. The heat, I'm going to bring in from the side, I think. Yeah, maybe. I was debating whether we bring in the heat from the bottom. I'm not too sure. Can I still access the machine? Oh, you can. Cool. Used to not be able to. Sweet. So, we'll just completely surround these guys. Probably got to make more, but that's okay. I'm on board with it. What's that? Some more... some more clear glass. Really? I don't think you needed clear glass. I think... Oh my god. What's even... Do we not have glass? Glass. Can I order 1,000 glass? Thank you. Let's go ahead. I'm going to lose my mind. Okay. There we go. Let's grab some of that. Alright, so one downside with this stuff is, as you can see, you can't place them within the same block as another one, which I did not know about. So, yeah, some of these are going to have to be a little bit less insulated, I guess. But that's fine, unless we place the pipes in that spot, which could work, honestly. That way they both share the same spot. Yeah, cool. So let's go heat pipe. Awesome. Here we go. So we can place this here and here. I don't know. Oh, I mean... Yeah, it doesn't really... Still kind of doesn't really work, I guess. I don't think these need thermal lagging on them, so I think it's fine. Now, where do we get heat from? So over here we have a vortex tube. I believe that's what it's called. And I believe we just apply pressure to it. And then one side is heated and one side's cooled. I think. And so I guess we need the same thing over here. So let's make a few more heat pipes, I think. 1, 2, 3 of those, and that will be some heat pipes. Cool. Let's bring this out and around, and then place something here that generates heat. I guess. This block can be camouflaged, transfer heat without losing any to adjacent air or fluid blocks. Cool. And so then, where do I get the heat from reliably? Vortex tube. Splits incoming air into hot and cold components. One side gets hot, the other gets cold. Air usage is dependent on the pressure. Mind that there is a weak thermal connection between the hot and cold side, so for best efficiency, you should vent the cold side with a heat sink when you want to utilize the heat, and vice versa when you want the cold. Cool. Awesome. So, realistically, over here... This thing should be pretty heated, right? Or is it the opposite? It should be cooled, because then that side's cooled. I guess. Okay. Let's put this back. So, I'm going to make another one of these tubes. Nice and easy to make. We're going to place it like so. So, the heated side is facing up. And then this side down here, I guess I'm going to heatsink. And so... I guess what we'll do is sort of what I did to that other one. A little bit. Probably not to the same extreme, but I guess similar enough. Heat sink. We've got 9 of them. And so I'm guessing that I do a heat pipe here. And then we surround the heat pipe with heat sinks. What do we think? I think it's not the worst idea I've ever had. Might not be the best one either, but We'll pretend that that will work. And so then I need pressure just applied to this guy. So we can probably borrow the pressure from here, perhaps, unless we want to pull it in from under the ground, which isn't the worst. Okay, I lost a lot of air doing that. That was a very loud experience, but it's hooked up now. What pressure is this guy at now? 1.14. He's dropping a little, which is unfortunate. Did he craft anything? No, so he hasn't gotten to 1.5 yet. The pressure is still dropping, I think, because everything is like equalizing. You know what I mean? Like the pressure's now coming into this guy as well. Once this guy's reached the same pressure, we should be good. And cool, look at the top temperature. It's going up. So we're at about 50 now, which means this guy should be nearing what he needs. Yep, he's at 44, 46. Cool. Now this guy needs stuff. They all sort of need stuff, I guess. How are we going to go about putting the stuff there? Well, I think if we come under here, we're going to grab, I think we'll just use a fluid pipe. And we'll just fluid pipe the stuff up. As for extracting the stuff, I don't actually know how we're going to do that, which means this might actually be a little bit trickier than I thought. I guess maybe the top. Maybe not. Maybe I should put one of these up here. Yeah, perhaps. Okay. Wow, what are we thinking? I could do the bottom and the front, so like we can have the fuel go in one side and come out the other one. I guess that could work. The LPG, we want to go directly into this guy, but we might be better off using crafting recipes, perhaps. What are we thinking? Because I can easily put the stuff in, and then we grab a importer set to fluid. Probably an ultra one, because we're dealing with like 4 different fluids. I don't think I have to connect to each different section. Hopefully not. And then we'll just hook this guy up to the network, potentially. We'll run some cables here, and then we can also, you know, put covers on if we want. In fact, we probably will put a cover on here. So let's go hollow cover reinforced stone. Sure. Okay. So I'm going to place this dimensional tank here. I'm going to hook it up to be frequency 0. No. I'm going to hook it up to be frequency 1. And set it to my network. Frequency 0. One of these should be crude oil. What? Frequency 1? There's nothing there. I'm going to go see what the other one's on. Alright, an ounce of critical thinking should have told me to try at least 2. And that should be it. Okay? It might be public 2. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Crude oil. Alright, so now we just put fluid pipe here, allegedly. And it's only connected there, which is fine. We'll switch back to our configurator, and voila. We've now got crude oil in here. And it's separating into LPG and whatnot. Awesome. Let's chuck the importer. Oh, sorry. Pick up that thermal lagging. Chuck the importer there. Hook him up to fluids. And that should work. Is he extracting the crude oil, do you think? Or is it being processed perfectly? Let's change it to items. No, he's definitely taking the crude oil. Does that mean I need to attach to the rest? I think it does, to be honest. Okay. So, can that go back there? Yeah, I mean, it can. Interesting. So are they suggesting that I do this? And then we have a tank here. You know what? No. This just looks a bit silly. Hold on. Let's use importers. We'll just use normal importers though. And we'll just place these all on the front, I think. What am I breaking? No, that's fine. I already broke them. Boom, boom, boom. Hook these all up to be fluids. Like so. And then just connect the cable. Yeah. See, how's that working? Perfect. That's working wonderfully. It's using up the temperature as soon as it gets it, which I guess is expected. We can't thermal lag that stuff any further, so that should all be fine. The top's thermaled. Cool. I'm happy with that. So within our fluid grid now, we should have access to LPG. Awesome. And that should also mean that we are, in theory, able to hook it up here. So I should be able to grab an exporter. Oh god. An exporter from my crafting grid. Chuck this guy here. Hook him up with LPG. Fluids, LPG. I think he needs a bucket. That's okay. Fluid, LPG. No. Am I not able to take that out? Come on, surely. Alright. Okay, well. I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to just completely go mental. Fluid grid. LPG. Can you not get buckets of it? Is that just the problem? Cool. Alright, well, let's search LPG bucket and drag in the bucket. No. Drag in the fluid. No. Well, what do you want me to do? Huh? How am I? It shows that there is a bucket. You're telling me I can't grab this bucket out? I can't just pull it out of my grid? Okay, cool. Awesome. Wonderful. That's great. That's really good. That's wonderful. What am I to do? What do you reckon? I think it's just stuck in here. Because I can't... If I can't get the fluid into a... Okay. I know what to do. Oh god, please. Okay. You just stop taking out the LPG. That should mean that the LPG builds up ever so slowly. But that's not going to work either. I just need to pipe it into a different tank is all. So we need to go tank. Probably an Ender IO one. I know they work pretty well. Let's jump over here. Tank, cool. And we'll give this a shot. So if I place this down, I should actually be able to tell it to input from this side. We can do pull. And now LPG's in there. Cool. And we'll hope that works. That's honestly just disastrous. So, yeah. In terms of buckets, do we have a tank that can be used as a bucket? You know what I mean? Like maybe a different tank is needed. But even then, it just shows... What does it show? It shows that it can go in a bucket. We obviously know that. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I think that stuff that's in my grid... Wait. Oh my god. Hey, I caught up, okay? I'd like to issue a formal apology. a formal apology. I'm sorry. For my stupidity. I'm sorry you had to sit through that. I'll tell you what. It's happened more often than not recently, but let's just not talk about that, okay? Let's just... You know, the trick with buckets is that you need a bucket worth of the fluid in order to put it in the bucket. That's just one of the little neat tricks. Now, to be fair, the fact that I still can't drag it in from the side is what I'm annoyed about, mainly. I'm hoping I can still use the bucket in the system. I'm assuming that is the case. If I pick this up, is this going to keep me with the fluid? It will. Cool. Well, anyhow, let's place this back. Cool. The heat that's happening here, what's the problem? The heat from this guy's fine. I'm guessing it's just we need more pressure. Do I perhaps need a few more of these hooked up? I feel as though I might. Let's go. Actually, let's just search compressor. We might be able to get like a flux compressor. There's creative things, obviously. Flux compressor. Oh. Can we actually afford that, or was that a joke? Oh, it was half a joke. Yeah, I need PCBs. Ah, gah. Electrostatic? What's this? Generates a lot of air from lightning strikes. Cool. But that's okay. Flux compressor, liquid compressor, manual compressor, solar compressor. Solar compressor is cool. But I mean, all of these are going to use PCBs, yeah. Manual compressor. The manual compressor doesn't. That's pretty fun. Thermal compressor converts temperature into compressed air. Interesting. Alright, well anyhow, let's just go air compressor. Craft as many of these as it will let me, and we'll just expand our system here. We will use our pressure tubes. I I know it's going to look you know what? We can actually hook them over here. I think I'm okay with that. Let's go boom, boom, boom. Let's go boom, boom, boom. Cool. We've got only 2 security upgrades, but I'll probably just make some more. I think they are worth having. Security upgrade, safety tube, cool. Security upgrade, wonderful. I realize as well, those machines don't have security upgrades. Let's go pressure tube, let's go compressed iron. Let's go iron. I didn't add a recipe for compressed iron. I've just now realized. That's a little bit unfortunate. Can I manually place some stuff in here? No? Oh, wait, I think I just need to place them in. What's happened? Did I accidentally break a pipe? Huh. That's unfortunate. Okay, well anyway, there we go. If I chuck this stuff in here, is that going to work? Because I think compressed iron only needs 1 pressure, like 1 bar. Is that the case? I guess not. Blah. Okay. Anyhow, let's hook these guys up. Let's go, exporters. You know what I can do? Let's just do 1 exporter with a stack upgrade into a barrel and we'll just run pipes. We need to not rely on, refined storage as much as we have been. So, let's go ahead and break that as well. Place a barrel, exporter, stack upgrade, and then, oh, sorry, coal. Here we go. Boom. So now I've got coal in there. Awesome. And then we will run this around the base. Oh, perhaps a little bit further on this part. Cool. So they're all hooked up. Let's set this guy to extract. It'll take a little while for them to fill up with coal. These ones obviously not, but these ones over here potentially. But that's okay. If we set this guy, oh no, we can't even set him to round robin. Let's grab we will put in some upgrades. We do not need upgrades in this, but we can. Let's do round robin. That way all of these guys will at least be running, which is nice. And the pressure should hopefully go up again. Now, obviously, I want more of these. The problem is that we don't have the compressed iron required to do it. So, we're going to hope that the stuff we just put in is enough to raise the pressure of this to 1.5 so that we can actually start crafting more of the stuff. Do we think that's possible? I think at the very least I could probably time in a bottle one of these. And that would surely get the job done. This guy's got security. Yep, all 3 of these do at least. Let's go ahead and help it out. Let's do 16 on each of these. There we go. That should hopefully make its way over here. Do I just need like a compressor connected directly to this guy? Or something like... Man. Look at the tubes. The tubes over here, crazy. They've got 3 bars of pressure. And then as we get closer and closer, we're down at 1.32. I think that is the case. I think we do just need more in there. But then again, like it's all about the air going in and like this has a much higher volume than say the tube, maybe. Like the volume of this guy's only 5, so of course he has a massive amount of pressure in him. Alright, I've timed them all up again, just to 16 times. And we're about to hit 1.5. And so, you ready? Da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da. So the first bit's done. That's the empty PCBs, I think. And then the second bit, which is obviously the compressed iron, should be done soon. But it used up a little bit of air. Oh no, it should be fine, actually. So what's the problem? Why is it not done? Oh, it needs 2 bars of pressure to make the compressed stuff. Cool, okay. Well, let's, these guys are all at like 4. I don't want to overload us too much. That should be fine. It should make its way over here. It should get to 2. We just need a little bit of patience. Just a little bit. Just a tiny little bit. Just a oh so tiny little bit. Alright, so this guy here. Hold on. Fluid. We've almost got a bucket's worth. In fact, I could probably grab an importer and just do that real quick. Like, we've got this guy. So we probably could just quickly get some of that LPG taken out. Set this to fluid. There we go. And that might actually be enough now. Go in here, fluid grid. LPG, and we have a bucket of it. And I can now place that bucket in here to put the LPG into this guy. And that should work. Correct? Yes, is the answer. So I go in here, I put my bucket back in. Oh, it reached 2 bar. How cool. So yeah, as you can see, we've now got LPG. Awesome. This guy has a high temperature, but he doesn't have pressure. I kind of forgot that, like, at least one of these machines needs pressure. But thankfully, hold on. Now we have compressed iron. We should have compressed iron. What's going on over in this town? Compressed iron's there. Oh, these guys, I forgot to set them up to extract. Yeah, I mean, that's obviously a problem. So you're now extracting. You're now extracting. You're now extracting. There we go. That solves that problem. Cool. We now have compressed blocks. Awesome. We've got compressed iron. We can now search pressure tubes. If I can see them on the side here. Yep, there we go. Okay, so first things first, let's hook these machines up. So I'm going to go ahead and break the thermal lagging on the back of these and place tubes. And there we go. There we go. So these are all going to drop in bar a little bit. They're like pressure. And this one should gain pressure and it should be functioning. Right? We've got LPG in. What's the problem? Add some valid ingredients. Oh yeah, I think we need to put coal in as well. So if I grab a stack of coal, chuck that in. Now it's working. Cool. Sweet. And there we go. Molten plastic, and it's making buckets worth. So we're of course going to grab an importer and slap this guy in. Oh, we've already got one. I'm going to slap this guy down here. Hook up cable, set into fluids, and now we've got molten plastic in our network. Awesome. I'll just let it burn through the stack of coal. I won't go much further than that. What else? What's next, do we think? The molten plastic is made into a bucket, which means I'll have to add that to my bucket recipe. And now my bucket recipe, I don't remember where we're doing it. We're making buckets somewhere. We might even be making them in the B area or right here, which looks to be the case. Okay, so oh, we've already got molten plastic here. So what I want to say is that you will get a bucket of molten plastic if you put a bucket of molten plastic. Hold on. If you put a bucket of molten plastic in, that should work. That should place it there. It's annoying that it isn't, but that's okay. With a bucket. So put a bucket in. Now I just need to go grab now I need to manually grab a bucket of molten plastic so that I can tell it to put in the liquid molten plastic. Because I swear it used to be able to do it. I don't know why it can't anymore, but for some reason you have to physically have the thing, which is it's just a little bit annoying. Cool. So that should work. That plastic can go back. So now if I search for molten plastic, I should be able to order it, and let's see. Perfect, cool. So now if I search etching acid, I should be able to order that as well. That shouldn't take too long. Where are we? Oh, yeah, it's already extracted the stuff, I think. Oh no, in comes the stuff. Oh, and I think out goes the stuff. Cool. So that should be showing up relatively soon. I mean, I saw all the stuff go in. Etching acid bucket. How cool is that? So this stuff can go into the etching tank, like so. Cool. It has some temperature as well, which is nice. It will use up some of the bucket, but that's okay. Let's actually craft like 3 more of those. Why not? And yeah, this guy's good to go. So our empty PCBs don't go into this. They go into the UV light box, which I completely forgot about. That needs a PCB blueprint from an Amazon tablet, which I think we have. No, we do not. So, hold on. So, I need an Amazon tablet, which needs a GPS tool and an air canister. Sure. Air canister, GPS tool, Amazon tablet. Awesome. This guy needs pressure. Which means we need a charger from Pneumaticraft. Right? Is that a thing? We need a charging station from Immersive Engineering. No. We need a charging module. This module depressurizes and pressurizes items in the inventory it points at. Note, air can flow both to and from items in the inventory depending on their pressure and blah, 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 blah. Cool. I mean, that thing sounds like sort of what we want, I guess. It'd be ideal if we had this thing instead. So I guess we'll make this thing instead. Here we go. Stone, slabs, charging station. And this guy does need to be attached to pressure. So we can slap him here, for example, and hook that up. There we go. So now I can chuck in the Amadron tablet and it should charge up a little bit. Sure. Yep, it's got a little bit of charge. We now need some emeralds, and then we need to learn how this thing works because I think it's a little bit. I think you need to have a chest. Maybe we'll just use a vanilla chest just to be on the safe side. So I think, yep, I've shift right clicked this, so that's my inventory. I place in emeralds. I open this and I say, hey, I would like a PCB blueprint. And so I am attempting to click it. I right click it and I click place order. There we go. And then I think, oh yeah, there it is. You can see a little drone attempts to come over and it picks up my goods, the emeralds, and it flies away. So there we go. It took the 8 emeralds and then off it goes. Oh, and then a different one comes back. Completely different. Trust me, guys. It looks like he keeps getting stuck on this, which I wouldn't mind helping him out. There you go, buddy. And then he takes off, but he leaves with us the PCB blueprint. How cool. So UV light box now just needs a redstone lamp. Sure. UV light box. Awesome. I imagine this guy needs pressure as well, so perhaps we'll just move that over somewhere. Oh god. What's happening to my inventory? Boom, boom, boom. UV light box can go here. Yep, it does look like it needs pressure. So we'll chuck that on. And I mean, it's ready. So now we have some more information. So if I chuck this in, it turns on. And slowly this number goes up. You can see it's at 4%, 5%. You can decide when you take the PCB out. So for example, I can wait for it to have a 100% success chance. Awesome. Or I could wait for it to be at like 70 and just pump them out. You know what I mean? I don't know if it takes longer, the longer that it's in. But nevertheless, it's doing it. And this can all be automated quite easily, I think, which is pretty cool. All right, I'm actually going to order a few more of those PCB things. I'm going to order, PCB. Let's click out here. And then I'm going to get like 6 of them, because I think we've got enough for that. Just so that we can make more if we want to. Oh, I can also probably time and a bottle this, right? Is that working? You know what? Doesn't really look like it. Maybe it is. Oh, it definitely is. Oh, it it phenomenally is. Now, the only problem is it's using a lot of our air, which is unfortunate. But, hey, we've almost got our 100% success rate PCB, so that's pretty cool. Now, I think if you fail, you just smelt the failed PCB and, like, you just do it again. So you don't lose anything but time. So the fully ready PCB goes in the etching tank, I believe. And then there's the etching progress. So you can see it's at, 3%. And then we'll be able to make our micro missiles. This is actually awesome. All right, let's get the other stuff ordered as well. Let's search capacitor. Oh, we've already got capacitors. Do we already have the transistors as well? I think we get these from looting and whatnot. Yeah, we do already have them. Cool. Too easy. You find there's a lot in dungeon chests as well as, what's the word I'm looking for? In villages. I know there's some Pneumaticraft villages you can find. And in their chests and stuff. And obviously in their trades, you can pretty much get to the end of the game, I'd imagine. Cool. Now, we do still have a problem. We may want more for a flux compressor. The reason I say this is because we need a pressure of 5 in this guy in order to make the black hole that we want, which means ideally I want 3 of these. You know what I mean? So we can make one of these finished guys. But then we also need a better tube. Because I don't have that, do I? At Pneumaticraft? No. And this thing needs an assembly, which is going to be an assembly platform, IO unit for import and export, and a laser. And these each need a PCB. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and automate this. I mean, that's obviously what's left to do here. And then we'll have to build the thing next episode. So I'll wait until this guy's done before I do anything else, because I don't want to ruin anything. Pressure there is still looking fine. We've got our exporter, so yeah, we'll just run the cable across. We'll do an exporter there, and we'll set up the importer on top probably. We'll hook this up. This guy's going to do empty PCBs. He's going to get a crafting upgrade, and that should be good. I'll put this one away. I'll put in the crafting upgrade, and we'll wait. This guy's almost done. I might need to speed him up a little bit, apparently, just to get him across the finish line, which I kind of wanted to do. Come on, buddy. You can do it. Come on. Come on. 1 more %. So this guy should automatically get replaced, which he did. And then if I place an importer, I should be able to say 100%. Actually, it probably doesn't matter saying 100% because it'll only go in the output spot when it is 100%. So I think that's all fine. That should all work fine. It's going to craft more empty PCBs as needed. And then I think we could also benefit from having an exporter here placing in these other things. So hold on, do we have some covers? Do we have any of those reinforced covers? Yeah, let's place that there, just so this guy doesn't go through. Hold on. Boom, boom, and boom. And so now if I put this in here, it goes in there. Awesome. We've got an unassembled PCB, and I'm guessing we'll just slap an importer on it, and that should be fine. I am tempted to use modular routers instead of refined storage. You know what I mean? I think that we could tidy this place up like crazy by doing that. But either way, this whole system should work. Oh, the only other thing that we could benefit from here is another exporter doing etching acid. But that's going to be a little bit tricky. I want it to be fluids. I want it to be etching acid. The problem that we have is I'm going to need to convert that etching acid into an acid. So, for example, we're going to need a few more exporters. We're going to need this fluid tank, and we're going to need a crafting card. So what I'm going to have to do, I believe, anyhow, is place this guy here, set up an exporter, crafting upgrade. That guy's going to get a bucket of etching acid, and he's going to place it in here, which he will. We're going to get an importer, 2 importers, one for fluids, one for the bucket. And that's going to go like so. And we're going to hook up this there. Cool. So one will be fluids, one will be items. We're going to open this grid. We don't even have to. It looks like it's figured itself out. But there we go. That will do it. So that's going to keep crafting etching acid. Which arguably is a problem. We probably don't want it to actually craft that much. So what we'll do instead is we'll grab a detector and we'll slap this guy down here. We won't slap it down there. We'll slap it here, I think, because the power's there. This guy's going to be told, hey, by the way, etching acid. Not buckets, but fluids of etching acid. I can't do that. I have to manually grab the thing out. That's awesome. That's still my favorite feature. Fluids, etching acid. Hey, if we have 1,000 millibuckets, output redstone signal. So emit when above the amount, and this guy will only work without redstone. So it should be off at the moment. Cool. And then everything should be working, I believe. That should be fine. This guy should be full of etching acid. He's not, but he should be. Oh, because I need to tell him to. I need to go fluids, etching acid. There we go. So now that stuff goes in here. Yeah, cool. Awesome. And then that's the full thing automated. It won't be the fastest thing on the planet, but it will be the automated thing on the planet, which is pretty cool. That's all hooked up. They've all got coal. The only thing that doesn't have coal is this guy. He's not automated with coal. He's currently getting LPG automatically placed in. Just for the sake of making sure he's automated, let's put coal in. Let's do it. We might as well. That way we can end this episode knowing that we've pretty much finished it. There we go. Boom. Let's grab one out. And voila. There we go. So that'll fill up with coal. And that's perfect. That's wonderful. Sweet. So, I think we will wrap it up here, to be honest. Got some PCBs being made, all that fun stuff. So already, how many PCBs do we have? Like, do we have enough to do it? We've got 2 completely finished, unassembled PCBs, which I guess we knew about. This guy's almost done. And then we're obviously going to need like 5 or 4 more to make these lasers and whatnot if we really want to get this guy to pressure 5 bar. Otherwise, we just mass produce air compressors or liquid compressors even, because now we've got access to, you know, all these different fuels. I don't know. All I do know is that'll wrap it us. That will wrap us up for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you're enjoying the series. Hopefully you're enjoying the episode. I think our base is looking quite nice. I think this was a good episode. Felt pretty good. And we're so close to the ATM star. I'm very, very excited for that. Thank you, of course, for watching. Thank you to those of you that have supported me financially, whether that's by watching the ads on the videos, sharing the videos, liking the videos. I think that does something. Or donating. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. You do not need to. You don't need to. I mean, you do need to watch. That's obvious. But you don't need to donate. You don't need to become a channel member. But thank you to those of you that are. It is very much appreciated. And I'm just double checking because even still to this date, by the way, like the membership program on YouTube has been a thing for ages. There's no option to get notified when somebody becomes a member or changes their membership or anything, which is insane. Like hello? Tell me? But I think we're good. Sweet. All right. Thank you for watching. Wait. Hold your horses. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, everything's good. All right, sweet. Thank you to Melizzy and Final Phoenix 13 for being tier 3 channel members. Thank you guys. And hopefully I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.